Hello, a very good evening to everybody. Hello, and welcome to our webinar series where we try to bring you the best speakers from the industry on the topics you want to learn about. This is me, Harmeet Sahadev, your host, and those today, let's talk about marketing versus finance. Which is better? Today, we have two very interesting profiles. We have Ankur Jain, Chief Business Officer, Sunstone University, an alumnus of IMT Ghaziabad and NIT Surat with 14 plus years of work experience in telecom and internet companies like Airtel, Your Story, Amazon. Ankur is also the founder of Hostel Fund, a platform to mentor and fund student startups. Isn't that interesting? India's only student focused fund. Hi, Ankur. Welcome to the webinar.
Thank you. My pleasure, Hamid.
Pleasure to have you, sir. We have Chirag Mittal with us, AVP Finance, Sunstone University. Chirag is currently AVP Finance at Sunstone University and has over 9 years of work experience in the industry. He has previously worked at Urban Clap and Deloitte and is an alumnus of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Hi, Chirag. Welcome to the webinar.
Hi, Harmeet. Great to be here.
Lovely. So before we move on to the actual topic, let's do some fun activity. Let's play a rapid fire round with Ankur and Chirag each. Let's start with you, Ankur.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I'm not going to be, with tough questions. I'm going to give you easy questions. So let's begin.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Ankur, first question. How is marketing different to finance?
Marketing is exciting.
So finance is not exciting?
I am a marketer, so I'll say marketing is exciting.
Okay, right. If someone is not that creative, should they still opt for MBA in marketing?
Yeah, because marketing is not only about being creative. There are a lot of other aspects to marketing.
Right. One book you recommend for MBA aspirants in the field of marketing?
Yeah, so there are a lot of books, but I think students will enjoy reading Seth Godin's All Marketers Are Liars.
That's nice. That's interesting. One marketing personality you look up to?
Oh yeah, so I'm a big fan of Steve Jobs.
Absolutely. There you said it. What you don't like about marketing?
Marketers have to ultimately they are responsible for the business. So there's a lot of pressure, so that you have to deal with day in, day out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ankur. It was so sporting enough for you to take that rapid fire for us. Moving on, we have Chirag with us. Chirag will do a rapid fire with you also. Chirag is from the finance field, as I said. Chirag, how is finance different to marketing?
Everything which is happening in a company would be known to finance.
Okay, so you guys get the first-hand details of what's going on, something big. Right.
Which the department doesn't have.
Absolutely. One tip that changed your life. Second question.
So in finance, generally my previous boss used to say कि घोड़ा कितना तेज दौड़ा वो डिपेंड नहीं करता, वो कहाँ तक दौड़ा वो जरूर डिपेंड करता.
Wow, that's really a lot of value addition there. Is maths crucial for MBA in finance?
No, I don't think so.
Are you serious? It's not necessary. Maths is not crucial for MBA in finance.
Maths is not crucial. An analytical mind would be a necessity for finance.
Okay.
Who can thought what to do next is the most crucial thing in finance.
Absolutely. Is life in the finance industry boring? This is a very popular question, by the way.
No. We party every Friday.
Okay. One book you recommend for MBA aspirants in the field of finance?
There's a book called The Psychology of Money. It's a great book to read if you want to pursue a career in finance.
Okay. So that was quick. That was a rapid fire with Chirag. Thank you so much, Chirag. Moving on, we are going to have a very interesting webinar and we're going to discuss a lot of myths about finance and marketing. Both, we will take them. But before that, let's understand MBA in marketing is one of the oldest disciplines of management study. If you are interested in understanding consumers, communications, media, promotions, advertisements, sales, and general management field, then this marketing is appropriate for you. Finance MBA can work in banking and non banking sectors. Every company has a need for a financial expert for effective capital and business model management. The students who have done the MBA in finance have a lot of job opportunities in the government and the private sector alike. Well, अगर इन डेफिनेशन से भी कुछ समझ नहीं आया और दोनों के बीच में अभी भी कंफ्यूजन है तो डोंट वरी, वी हैव आवर एक्सपर्ट पैनलिस्ट्स इन द डोमेन ऑफ मार्केटिंग एंड फाइनेंस एज वी जस्ट इंट्रोड्यूस देम. बट बिफोर वी स्टार्ट वी वांट टू टेल यू that we are going to have the 3 Amazon vouchers worth rupees 500. But for and the first question for it, I'm just speaking out. Before we start, we want you to tell us which, according to you, is a better specialization and why. Write answers in the chat, and we will give prizes to the best answer. I repeat, which specialization, according to you, is better? Marketing or finance? The best answers are going to get Amazon voucher worth rupees 500. And now I would want Ankur sir to please come up. बहुत सारे मिथ्स है. पहले हम ये बताना चाहेंगे कि मिथ का मतलब क्या होता है. मिथ का मतलब होता है वो जो हम सोचते हैं कि ऐसा होगा, बट जब हम जाते हैं उस सिचुएशन में, देन द रियलिटी इज डिफरेंट. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, ये एक मिथ है कि एचआर की प्रोफाइल जो है वो सिर्फ लड़कियों के लिए बनी हुई है, लड़के भी बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हैं. तो ऐसे कोई टॉप 5 मिथ्स मार्केटिंग के, अंकुर जी आप हमारे साथ प्लीज शेयर करें. जी, over to you.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks, Amit. So let me start with, as you rightly said, there are a lot of myths, and most of the myths are largely because of lack of information or ignorance. So पहला जो myth है, which most of the aspirants or MBA aspirant students, when they reach out to me or when we talk to them as counselors, it says कि marketing means advertising. So people think that whatever advertising is happening, that is what is only about marketing. That's not true. Advertising, जो टीवी में हम ऐड देखते हैं या जो न्यूज़पेपर में ऐड देखते हैं, that is maybe just 5% of the marketing. Marketing is a very broad subject. To give you an example, if there are marketing students or marketing graduates, they will know that we talk about 4 P's of marketing, which is प्रोडक्ट कैसा है, उसका प्राइस क्या है, हम उसकी प्रमोशन कैसे करते हैं, हम कहां पे प्रमोशन करते हैं, कहां पे बेचते हैं, कहां पे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, ये सारी चीजें मार्केटिंग के अंदर आती है. सिर्फ जो टीवी पे एड दिखती है वो मार्केटिंग नहीं है. सो अगर लोगों को लगता है कि मैं अब मार्केटिंग एमबीए बन जाऊंगा तो मैं एडवर्टाइजिंग बनाऊंगा, नहीं, बहुत कम लोग मार्केटिंग एमबीए करके एडवर्टाइजिंग बनाते हैं. So that's the myth number 1. Marketing is not synonymous to advertising. The second myth, people, as I said, there's a framework. It's a famous framework, 4 P's of marketing. And in the service industry, there's a famous framework known as 7 P's of marketing. People think that there is only one right way of marketing. अगर एयरटेल ने अपने प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च किए हैं, उसको प्राइस किया है, उसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया है, सब टेलीकॉम कंपनीज को वैसे ही करना चाहिए, बिकॉज एयरटेल हैज बीन द मार्केट लीडर. बट दैट्स नॉट ट्रू, बिकॉज इफ दैट वुड हैव बीन द केस, जियो वुड नॉट हैव कम इनटू द मार्केट एंड हैव बिकम अ लीडर. ओके, व्हिच मींस, लेट्स से इन दिस केस, जियो प्लेड ऑन प्राइसिंग. दे मेड सिम्स अवेलेबल फॉर फ्री ऑफ द कॉस्ट. So there is never one right way. There could be hundreds of ways. Every company in every segment has its own way, okay, which you have to try it out, test it out, and then you will come to know. So people believe, if I have done marketing, if I have launched a product, if I have done sales in one segment, one sector, I will just go and replicate in other sector. That's not true in most of the cases. The third myth, which I would like to talk about, is that pricing is not a part of marketing. People believe that pricing, finance guys decide. That's not at all true. Pricing is an essential part of marketing. And as I told you, marketing में, जैसे मैंने बोला कि Steve Jobs is my famous idol marketer. as a company, like let's say as Apple, we decide कि यार हम इस साल कौन सा आईफोन लॉन्च करेंगे, कौन सी वॉच लॉन्च करेंगे, क्या प्राइस पॉइंट पे लॉन्च करेंगे, इंडिया का प्राइस पॉइंट क्या होगा, यूएस का प्राइस पॉइंट क्या होगा. इंडिया में Apple does not have its own stores. Let's take an example of Apple. They sell it via franchises or they sell it online. So there is a different cost structure to it. So pricing becomes a very important part of marketing because marketing decides क्या top line होती है, क्या bottom line होती है. Top line is कि कितने में बेचा जाएगा, bottom line क्या profit बनता है. Pricing is an integral part of marketing. The fourth myth, which I would like to uh, burst, that marketing is equal to promotion. Marketing gets you business. ये थोड़ा कंट्रोवर्शियल भी हो सकता है. जब मैंने बोला कि यार मार्केटिंग प्रोडक्ट है, प्राइस है, प्लेस है, प्रमोशन है, इन 4 चीजों से बना है मार्केटिंग, एंड स्टिल आई एम सेइंग मार्केटिंग गेट्स यू बिजनेस. No, because people believe I will spend uh, so much capital on the TV advertising, on radio or on IPL, मुझे सेल आ जाएगी. नहीं, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है आपको आई बॉल्स आ जाएंगे, लोग आपके बारे में बात करना शुरू कर देंगे. People will start searching about your product, your service. In today's digital era, you can see that how many people are talking about you. People, let's say there are Google trends. Even आप अपना नाम सर्च करिए Google पे and you'll see कि कितना बारी आपका नाम सर्च किया गया है. But will business happen? That's not a guarantee which marketing can give you. Marketing will give you a platform to your product, to your service. But ultimately, it's a combination of sales, execution, operations, and obviously there are a lot of critical support functions, which is basically HR, finance. So marketing is an important integral part of a business, but it will never guarantee you कि business होगा. To give you an example, let's say Amazon, world की the number one company है, ठीक है. अगर बोला जाए तो ये हो सकता है कि यार Amazon ने इंडिया में लॉन्च किया, या let's take an example of China. Amazon launched themselves in China. Within 4 years, they had to move out of China. They had money. They knew how to do business. They are the world leaders. Okay. Still, they could not do great in China because China, there's a different way to do business. In India, they got a stiff competition from likes of the Flipkart. Still, Amazon is not considered a great player in fashion category. If you are a consumer, people still consider Myntra, Jabong better than Amazon. So, but they have deep pockets. They can do advertising. आप किसी भी न्यूज़पेपर को देख लीजिए, किसी भी रेडियो चैनल को, टीवी को, आपको मिलेगी मार्केटिंग, आपको प्रोडक्ट्स मिलेंगे, आपको पता है Amazon क्या है. But still, have they been able to get into, let's say, fashion category? No, because they might be lacking somewhere. So marketing is not guaranteeing you business. The fifth myth, which is very important, lot of small companies, lot of youngsters who start their own business. I meet a lot of students when they participate in college competitions, B-plan competitions, and they say doing some advertising is better than doing nothing. What does it mean? कि कुछ तो कर लेते हैं. अब हमारे पास let's assume 1 करोड़ का बजट है, 1 करोड़ ही खर्च कर लेते हैं या 10 लाख रुपए ही कर लेते हैं. At least some people will know about it. I will suggest, if you have a limited budget or you think that you will not be able to sustain your advertising capital for a longer period of time, please do not waste your money. Because आपको वो कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, it will be wasted. To give you an example, I'm sure there are a lot of people who are on Snapchat, who are on TikTok or marketing or Facebook. If they run their blog, they run a lot of campaigns. Even if you put a very small budget of, let's say, 500 or 1,000 rupees per day, you will start getting likes. But will you get even one conversion? No. You have to do it consistently over the months. You have to understand what is the profile of the customer, कौन आ रहा है, कौन खरीद रहा है, मैं रात को 3 बजे कैंपेन चलाता हूं तो वो अच्छी करती है, संडे को चलाता हूं तो नहीं अच्छी लगती करती है, मैं यूट्यूब पे कैंपेन चलाता हूं तो इट डजंट वर्क. That's just one part of it. And then when you add BTL activities, let's say you do a lot of on the ground activities, or you add ATL activities, कि मैं IPL में ऐड करूं, कि मैं लोकल टीवी चैनल में ऐड करूं. So advertising is not a game of one, a quick player. Second is not someone who has lesser money. Advertising will give you results, but it takes some time. So if you don't have capital, if you don't have time, if you don't have resources, you're better off not doing or not spending any money on advertising. That's my myth number 5.
Right. Ankur, thank you so much. I mean, this was so insightful, honestly, कि marketing और advertisement, हम जब भी पढ़ते हैं इन दो चीज़ों को, या जब भी हम समझते हैं इन दो चीज़ों को, हमें कहीं ना कहीं लगता है ये एक ही चीज़ है. But thanks to you, we got to know that, these are actually two different streams, and so wonderfully you put the example of Airtel and Jio also. जब Jio आया market में, तब मार्केट ऑलरेडी हैड सो मेनी टेलीकॉम कंपनीज कि उसने कहीं ना कहीं अपनी जगह बनाई. अब वो कैसे बनाई, कौन से मार्केटिंग एक्टिविटीज यूज करी, बट दे हैड ऑलरेडी हैड कंपटीशन. दे बिकेम अ कंपटीशन in a span of 2 to 3 years. And that was very wonderfully explained. But having said that, we are getting so many questions, but I would like to take one question और उसमें से थोड़ा सा टिंज में अपना भी डालना चाहूंगी, बिकॉज मुझे भी ये जानना है. राकेश वर्मा पूछ रहे हैं, अंकुर, व्हाट इज द स्कोप ऑफ एमबीए इन मार्केटिंग. बट मैं इसको थोड़ा सा ट्विस्ट करते हुए आपसे ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि सपोज कोई बच्चा है जिसको एमबीए करनी है, और सपोज जिसको एमबीए नहीं भी करनी, जिसको मार्केटिंग साइड में इंटरेस्ट है, ठीक है, उसको मार्केटिंग में करना है, उसके लिए आगे जाके दो चीजें, एक तो जॉब रोल और जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज कैसी होंगी, और किसी को मार्केटिंग में जाना है, ही वांट्स टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच, तो वो प्रोसेस भी कैसे करे. अंकुर, ओवर टू यू.
Yeah. So, Harmeet, I think this is a great question, and this is a very important question from the career perspective. And students, and more importantly, their parents, their wards should know about what is the career progression if you choose MBA in marketing. No person can become a great marketer if you haven't done the sales. So please understand, I am repeating it, again. आप मार्केटिंग तभी अच्छी कर सकते हो अगर आपने मार्केट में जाके सेल्स की है. Which means, because sales is a process which makes you closer to the customer. You understand customer's pain, you understand how to sell it, you understand rejections, you understand all the reasons why customer is not buying your product, and why he or she is preferring your competition product. So most of the career options from scratch start as a sales executive. You join telecom company, you join advertising company, or you join let's say FMCG company, edtech company. अगर आपने MBA in marketing and sales की है, आप as a sales executive ही largely अपना career start करेंगे. Exceptions are always there, which means आपको task दिया जाएगा कि जाओ, ये हमारा product है, ये हमारी service है, इसको बेच के आओ. अब आप उसको online बेचते हो, अपने retailers के through बेचते हो, call करके बेचते हो, वो company का business model है. So that's how it is progress. Then let's say in FMCG or distribution led companies, which are traditional businesses in India, hierarchy is defined. You become executive, then you become territory manager, zonal manager, regional manager, state manager, and a country manager. It normally takes you anywhere between 10 years to 15 years, depending on the industry, to become a country manager. Okay, but इतना time लगता है. और आपको अगर अच्छा मार्केटर बनना है, मेरी एडवाइस ये रहेगी, अगर आपके पास मान लो दो ऑप्शन है कि मैं क्या, जैसे लोगों को लगता है मैं इंश्योरेंस नहीं बेचूंगा, ये इंश्योरेंस कौन बेचता है, मैं एडटेक के कोर्सेज नहीं बेचूंगा, मुझे तो एडवर्टाइजिंग करना है. आप ज्यादा सक्सेसफुली क्रिएटिवली प्लान्स एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर पाओगे अगर आपने कुछ भी सेल्स नहीं की है. सो बी शेमलेस, गो आउट एंड हैव अ करेज टू फेस द कस्टमर, विल बी द सक्सेस मंत्र.
Thank you so much, Ankur. And if you have any questions about marketing, please feel free to put it up on the chat. Our team will pick it up and we will get back to you right towards the end of the webinar. But having said that, thank you so much, Ankur, for breaking our myths about marketing. We will get back to you. But moving on, we have a second side, which is the finance side. And of course, मैंने एक सवाल पूछा था आप लोगों से starting of the webinar में कि what is the difference between which one do you like? Do you like finance? Do you like marketing? And why do you like it? And the best answer is going to get an Amazon voucher worth rupees 500. And the best questions, the best two questions will also win the same. So please type in your questions for finance and marketing. But having said that, thank you so much, Chirag, for staying tuned with us. And now we would want to know what are the myths for finance. Finance section में भी बहुत ज़्यादा myths होती हैं. So over to you, Chirag.
So probably I'll start with the first myth, which is the finance is all about Wall Street and banking.
Yes.
Typically, finance is a very vast field in itself. So if you see in last few years, we have certain almost 100 Fortune 500 company shared service center in India. Shared service center is generally a shared service center where the main work is done at the US or UK level, at the company level, but remaining there 80% of processes is being done by the Indian employees, basically. And out of these 100 companies, almost every company do 80% of finance work through here itself. So that is one of the things how big this finance field is from last.
Sorry, Chirag, just to understand little bit, मतलब आप कह रहे हैं कि जितना भी finance का जो main काम होता है US UK की companies का वो हम India से करते हैं. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true. So 80% of their finance work is handled by Indian MBA aspirants. There would be a ratio of 80 to 20% of chartered accountant and MBA, but 80% of the work is handled by us with the help of MBA aspirants and CA aspirants out there. And probably if you see in finance, if we talk about Indian finance also, so there are a lot of things which we do in finance, like financial reporting is one piece. That is where we prepare our annual balance sheets, summary accounts, and we submit it to the government for regulatory compliances. Then we have internal audits. Then we have financial compliances. Then we have also strategy. Then we also have business plan for companies. So this is all the work which was done by us, and it is all done by MBA guys and CA guys together. So if I talk about my MobiKwik journey, there would be like a team of 30 people, and out of those 30 people, 20 people are MBA finance guys who was working with me at that point of time. So finance is a very vast field. It's just not about banking and Wall Street. That is also part of the industry, but if we say a lot of chunk is there apart from that in finance industry or banking, apart from banking industry or Wall Street.
Right.
Second myth is it's all about work environment is very poor. So this is the common myth I've got from a lot of people कि आपका work environment तो बहुत गंदा होता है. You work 16 hours a day, 18 hours a day. So this is the tendency which people have put in कि ऐसा होता है, but generally ऐसा नहीं है. So from in my last 5 years of experience, apart from if I not talk about Big Four, that is the audit part, वहाँ पे थोड़ा आपका tricky होता है because there are a lot of clients which you manage. आपको स्टैट्यूटरी कंप्लायंस मेट करने होते हैं, तो देयर विल बी अ प्रेशर जहाँ पे आपको काम करना पड़ता है 12 से 14 घंटे. आई एग्री. बट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द फाइनेंस इंडस्ट्री, द कोर फाइनेंस इंडस्ट्री, आई हैव नॉट मैंने एक भी सैटरडे संडे काम नहीं करा है.
That's nice.
In last 3 to 4 years, and work hours is flexible. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको 9 बजे ऑफिस आना है, आपको 5 बजे ऑफिस से निकलना है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. It's just that you have to manage your work, and if you give 8 hours a day in a finance industry, that would be sufficient to cover your work. There are days जहाँ पे आपको लगेगा कि यार जब आपकी क्वार्टरली क्लोजिंग होगी या फिर when you are doing your audit annual audit for the finances, तब आपको थोड़ा stretch करना पड़ेगा, but work environment is total cool. मतलब it's purely manageable. Then
Right.
there are myths कि finance and banking industry is male dominated. Again, that is a very big myth people have generally, but ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. If I talk about my experiences, so मेरे जो top performers रहे हैं वो those are all female employees जिनके साथ मैंने काम किया, whether it's Deloitte, whether it's Urban Clap, whether it's MobiKwik. It is not a male dominated society. I think पहले phase था 80s में 90s में जब I think girls choose नहीं करती थी to work in a finance industry, but that is not true. If you see a CFO index, so out of 100 top companies, 42 companies की CFOs are from the who are female
Right.
finance, and basically that is the number, and this number is also going up. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, and because यहाँ हमारे मतलब it is not very tough to manage life in finance, so there are a lot of female attraction is also going there, जहाँ पे lot of girls are becoming chartered accountant and a lot of girls are doing MBA finance.
Right.
Then again, a general myth ki you have to be genius with numbers to have
Yes.
a finance department, but I strongly don't agree with this point, because अगर आप मेरा बैकग्राउंड देखोगे, if I show you my 10-12 का मार्कशीट, you will say कि यार ये तो बंदा कुछ लाइफ में कर नहीं सकता. Why is heading the finance department now?
That's I think Chirag another myth कि हमारे माँ बाप हमें बताते कि 10-12 में बोर्ड एग्जाम्स खराब आई तो your entire life. That's another myth.
Yeah, you just have to be analytical mind. आप जनरली एक शॉपिंग भी करने जाते हो तो आप अपना evaluation करते हो finance perspective से कि I have 1,000 rupees, I'll spend 800 rupees in shopping, I'll save 200 rupees for my जो भी है, जिस भी चीज के लिए आप सेव कर रहे हो. The same thought process you have to apply when you are in a finance department. कि boss, I have this much of funds, how to use that funds. अब आप अपने लिए कोई शॉपिंग करते हो तो यू इवैल्यूएट कि यार मैं फ्लिपकार्ट से खरीदूं या फिर मिंत्रा से खरीदूं या फिर मैं एक ऑफलाइन स्टोर पे जाके खरीदूं. वेयर विल आई सेव मनी? दैट अगेन इट इज वन ऑफ द थिंग जो आपके अंदर होना चाहिए फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट में, बिकॉज यू विल बी द पर्सन हु विल बी डूइंग ऑल द processing work for the company. How much company is spending, how much company is earning, how much they will have to save for their future. These are all the basic questions which you need to have understand to get into the finance. So genius math numbers में genius होने का कोई concept नहीं है. हाँ, you have to know कि how to smoothly place things or how to smoothly run things. Then there is again a myth. Finance guys got salary on performance basis. I think we are the only department apart from HR in the company जिनके bonuses या salary performance से link नहीं होता है. We have a fixed salary structure. हमारा salary structure fix होता है performance के base पे, because you don't have targets to achieve. Although you are a cost center, but you don't have a target to achieve, or everything is fixed in first instance itself. So आपका performance based incentive नहीं होता है. It is all fixed salary which you got, and if you perform well, और ऐसा भी कुछ नहीं है कि you generally there is also a tendency कि you get less salary as comparison to other department. I don't think so. Finance guys are also get a very handsome package, and as they grow, they can also can become CEO also. There's this Ankur told me you can't be CEO.
Yes, even so ये मैं अपने ऑडियंस को पहले बता दूं. ये हम एक कॉन्वर्सेशन कर रहे थे छोटी सी ऑफिस में ही, और अंकुर had made a comment कि finance guys cannot be what was the comment अंकुर?
Finance guys can be CEO.
Right?
That's
So,
not true.
That's not true. Finance guys can be
Because,
CEOs. Even marketing guys can be CEOs. That's not
so
true.
we have our most valuable company is TCS. TCS CEO is the earlier CFO of the company, who is a CA guy.
Right.
That
Right.
will be
Right.
the example from my side.
Right.
I think that is all the 5 myths I want to share with you guys. if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yes, we are getting a lot of questions, and we will now be skipping to the questions part. But that for you guys was the general myth of people about this, about the specialization of marketing, about the specialization of finance. Coming back to you, Chirag, just like I asked Ankur, कि किसी को अगर ये ना पता हो कि उसको marketing करनी है, लेकिन किस field में जाना है. For example, somebody with absolute 0 years of experience. उसके लिए स्टेज 1, स्टेज 2, स्टेज 3 पहले तो ये पता करना कि वो फाइनेंस का बंदा है कि नहीं, डज ही हैव दैट इनर कॉलिंग कि उसको फाइनेंस करना है. फर्स्ट थिंग. सेकंड थिंग इज इफ ही अंडरस्टैंड्स, ओके फाइन, नाउ दीज आर थिंग्स व्हिच आई हैव डन, आई वांट टू परस्यू माय करियर इन फाइनेंस, अब मैं कैसे स्टार्ट करूं? आई वुड वांट टू नो दिस आंसर फ्रॉम यू, चिराग.
So, इसका बहुत सिंपल सा आंसर होगा हरमीत, जो आई हैव ऑब्जर्व इन माय लाइफ. So if you know how a business is run, so basically I used to do a audit. आप उस ऑडिट की बात करोगे तो ऑडिट इज समथिंग लाइक वी डू अ फाइनेंशियल ऑडिट फॉर वेरियस कंपनीज. सो उस कंपनी में किस, सो इट्स अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी, उसमें वो लोग ट्यूब बनाते थे. सो इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ अ पाइप इज बिल्ट, what is the material used in that product itself, अगर आपको वो नहीं पता होगा, आप किसी बिजनेस के कोर को नहीं समझ सकते हो, आप बिजनेस के प्रोसेसेस को नहीं समझ सकते हो, तो यू डोंट नीड टू गेट इनटू फाइनेंस. बिकॉज हर चीज का प्रोसेस आपको, यू जस्ट नीड टू नो द प्रोसेस ऑफ डूइंग एनीथिंग. अगर आप वो समझते हो, आप बिजनेस करना जानते हो, सो फाइनेंस विल बी द राइट फील्ड फॉर यू आफ्टर दैट.
एंड देन अगर वो समझ में आ गया है कि आई हैव दैट इंक्लिनेशन टुवर्ड्स फाइनेंस, देन किस तरह की जॉब प्रोफाइल से इंसान स्टार्ट कर सकता है अपनी
So
फाइनेंस की?
if they are choosing industry, I think revenue assurance manager is one thing which they should start with. Revenue assurance में basically you have to ascertain ki how a business is run and what are the pros and cons of this business. So if MBA aspirant needs to start his profile, so it should be from revenue assurance manager. I think वो एक बहुत अच्छा बेस होता है to start your career and then to grow vertically in your career.
Absolutely. It's revenue. Sorry, this is also new to me. Revenue
Assurance.
Revenue assurance is something an MBA aspirant can start the finance journey from. And as Ankur sir said, sales executive is something which you need to understand if you want your domain to be very strong in the next 14-50 years in marketing, right? Having said that, thank you so much, Chirag, for bursting our myths for finance. I also got a lot of information from this webinar about marketing and finance, which I had no knowledge of. But having said that, moving on to our question section, I personally like this question. Thank you, Chirag. I personally love this question a lot. It's from Radhesh Sharma, Ankur. Ankur, Radhesh says, can introverts pursue an MBA in marketing? This is a very interesting question.
Okay, so I don't think so that there is any challenge if you have a different personality type to pursue an MBA in marketing. It doesn't matter. Okay, and introverts are largely who do not go out and make special effort, but that doesn't mean that you cannot become a great marketer, because as I told you, marketing has different aspects within itself. You can be a great product manager in all the e-com companies, digital companies. The most sought after role is a product manager, and most of the product managers, they work alone. They work with the smaller teams. They manage the customer expectations. So I don't think so. That's not true. If whatever your personality type is, you can opt for MBA in marketing, sales marketing, if you really want to pursue your career.
Right. Thank you so much, Ankur. To the audience, Chirag has certain network issues. He's just going to join back. I think he's just joined back. Thank you so much, Chirag. Can you hear us, Chirag?
Yeah, sorry. I think
no problem. There was some network issue. That's absolutely fine. Chirag, next question to you is from Maqsood Ali. Hi, Maqsood. Maqsood says, is maths crucial for MBA in finance? Everybody wants to know this question. I don't know what is this curiosity of finance with maths. If someone is weak in maths, should they still opt for MBA in finance? Chirag.
Yeah, for sure. There's nothing nothing wrong with you if you join MBA and you are weak in maths. I'm also, I don't understand maths that very good. So मुझे 11th 12th में जो maths होता था वो नहीं समझ में आता था. I don't even remember कि हम क्या पढ़ते थे. But if you are not good with maths, you can join finance. It's your analytical mind which will help you out in finance department to pursue your career, basically. जितना भी काम होता है वो एक्सेल कर देता है. You just need to be good.
Right. Thank you so much, Chirag. Having said that, 12 में तो हम derivatives, differential equation, matrices, integration.
That
oh
would
my
be
God.
relevant for you from now on.
क्योंकि एक्चुअली बच्चे इसी चीज से घबरा जाते हैं. 10 तक सब कुछ सही रहता है, फिर 11 12 में डेरिवेटिव्स, इंटीग्रेशन, trigonometry and all that is like, oh my God, this is maths. But actually that is not maths, right, Chirag?
Yeah, that is not the math we use. General आपको addition, subtraction ये सब पता होना चाहिए, थोड़ा analytical mind होना चाहिए. You will not face any problem in finance if you are not good in maths.
Right. Thank you so much, Chirag, for taking that up for us. Moving on, Ankur, we have a question from Sanjana Chaube. Sanjana says, which specialization gives a better salary? Well, I don't know. I think, Ankur, you can take that up better.
So, okay, it's difficult answer, and please don't take this as a perfect answer. As Chirag said, first, forget about the specialization. If you are the CEO of the company, you earn the highest. So your goal should be to reach up the ladder. Okay. So, but starting, let's say, consider MBA aspirants or MBA candidates. It varies. If you are, and to give you an example, if you are MBA in finance and you join a core finance company, your packages could be very high. Okay. You must be seeing, अभी थोड़े दिन पहले न्यूज़पेपर में आया था कि IIT बॉम्बे के लड़के को 1 करोड़ का पैकेज मिला, and that guy got selected in Australian financial company which deals into stocks and broking and portfolio management services. Okay, so is that the general practice? But I believe most of the colleges and most of the streams आपको एक benchmark में ही रखते हैं. ठीक है, अगर आपका नॉर्मली 5 लाख 4 लाख 6 लाख 8 लाख से सैलरी ब्रैकेट स्टार्ट होता है, आप एमबीए इन फाइनेंस हो या एमबीए इन मार्केटिंग, आपका करियर नॉर्मली उसी के आसपास कहीं से स्टार्ट होता है. ठीक है, बट आपके पास मौका है, यू हैव अ चांस इफ यू आर इन sales, particularly because you are controlling the output for your company. If you do more sales, your company grows, your business grows. So for you to grow and have an opportunity to earn more is better, I believe so. But मेरा ये मानना रहेगा, and this is my advice to all, and मुझे लगता है कि शायद अभी बच्चों को लगेगा कि यार ये क्या बोल रहे हैं, तो मतलब it's bullshit, if I may use that word, but please do not choose your career from a money perspective, because after certain years that will not stay true. What you like, where you can create a great career, choose from that perspective. अगर आप अच्छा करेंगे तो आप finance में भी बहुत पैसा कमा सकते हैं और आप HR में भी बहुत अच्छा पैसा कमा सकते हैं. That would be my general advice.
So it's very important for students to actually understand कि उनको करना क्या है, उनका इंटरेस्ट क्या है, क्या वो 10-12 साल करके ऐसा मतलब where they can grow, because it's not just about one job, it's about the starting point of your career.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Having said that, thank you so much, Ankur. Moving on, we have a very interesting question from Rakshi Shekhar. Rakshi is saying, what are the skills required for an MBA in finance? हम जब मार्केटिंग की बात करते हैं, to be very honest to the audience also, जब हम मार्केटिंग की बात करते हैं, जो वो कोई कोर की हो, जो मैनेज कर सके कैंपेन्स, जो मैनेज कर सके टीम्स, जो बात करने में अच्छा हो, जिसको आइडियाज आते हो, बट फाइनेंस numbers वही अटक जाते हैं हम. ठीक है, so what are the skills required to for a finance MBA aspect?
In finance, the most prominent skill which we require is Excel. So 80% of our work is done through Excel. If you are really good at Excel, you can drive formulas through Excel, and your concept about numbers are clear. Basically, आपको पता होना चाहिए कि अगर मैं इसको इन दोनों को add करना है मुझे या subtract करना है. This thing you should know about it. If you know all these things, तो I think don't think कि आपको finance में कोई issue आना चाहिए. Excel is the most priority thing. Another thing is, अगर आप अपने पर्सनल फाइनेंसेस बहुत अच्छे से मैनेज कर रहे हो, तो तुम आप कंपनी के मैनेज फाइनेंसेस भी बहुत अच्छे से मैनेज करोगे. सो दैट इज द सेकंड थिंग व्हिच यू शुड, if you want to evaluate from your perspective. So that is the two thing I think will be crucial.
What about you? I'm sorry, I'm breaking, in between. But आपने क्यों finance की? What was your inner calling?
Mine was accidental.
Why so? Why so?
So basically, I think I'm with my dad from a long. My dad के साथ काफी time से business कर रहा था. Initially, from my school days, I used to do business with my dad. उनके साथ मैं business में involved था. So I really like finance part of it. That's why I chosen finance.
So it's very important. See, Chirag, this is what we were talking about. This is what we tell our viewers and students also. कि जब तक आप internship नहीं करोगे, जब तक आप उस situation में नहीं रहोगे, तब तक आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा if that is your inner calling or not. Right? You did it. You did business with your dad. You understood that this particular section of finance interested me, and that is very important. Thank you so much, Chirag. Moving on, we have a very interesting question from Jishnu Vijayan. Ankur Jishnu says, I have done sales in Byju's. Would that experience help me in succeeding in marketing? And how do you figure out which specialization to choose in MBA? So this is a two-part question. We will take it part by part. We will take the first part. उन्होंने Byju's से sales की है. क्या वो experience उनकी marketing के career में आगे उनको बढ़ाने में help करेगा?
It's an interesting question. Because edtech is in boom, there are a lot of jobs, there are a lot of profiles which are out there. As I said earlier, आपने अगर अपना करियर स्टार्ट किया है, एंड लेट्स टेक बायजूस जस्ट एज अ प्लेस होल्डर कि वो एक कंपनी है, और आई थिंक इट्स द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट जॉब विच एज अ बायजूस कंसल्टेंट और काउंसलर यू हैव डन टू सेल टू द पेरेंट्स और टू द स्टूडेंट्स ऑन अ फोन कॉल एंड देन विजिटिंग होम्स. It's the most difficult job. I am 100% sure if you have done well in that job, you will understand the importance of sales and you will become a great marketer. So, but मेरी सजेशन सबको यही रहेगी, आप जो भी एक फील्ड में हैं उस फील्ड में थोड़ी देर बिताएं, whether it's 4, 5, 6 years, have a 360-degree experience, understands various aspects of it, and then move to a next level, which is basically a marketing. And which specialization to choose from? Your second question, Hamid. Again, as I said, it's very personal question. आपकी पर्सनैलिटी क्या है, आप लाइफ में क्या करना चाहते हैं, ठीक है, इन 2-3 चीजों को देखकर आपको डिसाइड करना चाहिए कि आपको स्पेशलाइजेशन क्या फील्ड में करनी चाहिए. अगर इफ यू बिलीव दैट आई एम वेरी गुड एट पीपल, आई कैन गो आउट, आई कैन मेक conversations with unknown people, I can handle rejections, ठीक है, I can fail multiple times, but still I will be very happy the next day when I come to office. If your personality is like that, sales and marketing may be the best job for you, but for that you have to know what is your personality, okay, and what do you want to, are you okay handling a pressure, are you okay giving reviews? Okay, let's say there are a lot of people who say यार मैं जवाब नहीं दे सकता अपने बॉस को, मैं तो अपने मम्मी पापा की नहीं सुनता, मैं बॉस को क्यों जवाब दूं, ठीक है, which means it's okay, it means your personality is that you are a great individual contributor. So maybe MBA in IT, where there are a lot of positions which are IC roles, may be good for you, but then you have to love the information technology, you have to love the computer, so you have to love it, otherwise बहुत short-lived love होगा ये.
Absolutely, break up हो जाएगा जल्दी if you want to treat
I
it like
wanted
that.
to use that word, but I thought
अगर wrong specialization लोगे तो जल्दी break up हो जाएगा
Yes,
specialization के
yes,
साथ, right? Having said that, we have 2 very interesting questions from Damayanti Tomar, who is attendee from the Zoom webinar. She says, is finance called for strong basics of accountancy, corporate accounting? Yes, Chirag.
So there are different fields in finance. One is financial reporting. So if you are good at corporate accounts, you should opt for that. If you are not great in or good in corporate accounts or professional accounts, then you probably should go for revenue assurance, where you need to understand processes of the business. वहां पे आप जाके process समझोगे business का कि कैसे company run करता है, कहाँ पे सेल्स होता है, कहाँ पे हमारा रेवेन्यू जनरेट होता है, कहाँ पे हमें प्रॉफिट मिलता है. सो इफ यू आर नॉट गुड एट कॉर्पोरेट अकाउंट, तो आपको फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग वाला पीस नहीं चूज करना चाहिए. देन देयर इज अ स्ट्रैटेजी पीस, देन देयर इज अ रेवेन्यू अश्योरेंस पीस, देन देयर इज अ बिजनेस प्लान डेरिवेशन थिंग. आपको ये सब चूज करना चाहिए. इफ यू आर गुड एट corporate accounts, then you should opt for financial reporting. Otherwise, go for other streams of finance department.
Right. Thank you so much, Chirag, for taking that up for us. And we have come towards the first winner announcement. Payal Malik has, asked a very interesting question, Ankur. And congratulations, Payal. You've won an Amazon voucher worth ₹500. You can connect to our team at connect@sunstone.edu.in to claim your prize. Having said that, Payal asks, Ankur, in India, marketing is generally misunderstood as sales. So what is your stance on that? Like companies hiring people in marketing but put them in sales. Yes, Ankur, over to you.
Yeah, okay. Marketing looks glamorous. And if you remember, that was the first myth, that marketing is synonymous to advertising. And let's say I have done my MBA, and my MBA degree says MBA in marketing and operations. In my 14 years of career, I think 6 to 8 years I have done sales. And then BD. Maybe 2 years I have done marketing. But my degree is MBA in marketing and operations. Sales is one part of it. Okay. So I think that's a I would not say miscommunication, but a lack of expectations. Okay. So marketing, the role of a marketing is largely, understand from that perspective, आपके प्रोडक्ट को कस्टमर के सामने लाके खड़ा करना is a job of a marketing. उसको बेचना is a job of a sales guy. So that's a difference. Marketing एक एंड पे लाके खड़ा कर देगा, and उसको कन्वर्ट करना सेल्स में is a sales job. And why most of the companies hire you as a marketer and then put you on a sales job? Because that's why I told you, you start your career as a sales. Because, and please don't take it to your heart कि आपके साथ गलत हुआ है. मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ, आप you will become a successful marketer if you are a great sales guy. आप please start करिए, take it in a right spirit, you will become a great marketer.
Right. It was very wonderfully put, Ankur, कि सामान, suppose for example ये ग्लास है, अगर ये ग्लास कैसे बनाना है, इसका कलर क्या रहेगा, इसको किस तरह से ब्रांडिंग करनी है, कहाँ कहाँ ये बेचना है, ये मे बी मार्केटिंग टीम कैन से, बट जाके बेचना का काम एक्चुअली सेल्स ही करती है.
Yes, very good, very good.
Thank you so much, Ankur. Chirag, we have a next question. ये बड़ा ही interesting सा एक question है. What is the really the job of a finance manager? अगर इसको हिंदी में हम बताएं कि finance manager करता क्या है पूरा दिन, उसका काम क्या होता है, तो हम किस तरह से बताएंगे, चिराग जी?
So finance guy manages the company. Basically, I would say कि एक कंपनी के फंड्स को मैनेज करना, एक कंपनी को किस डायरेक्शन में लेके जाना है, whether company is so marketing team, so I'll give you an example. Marketing team बहुत सारे products launch करती है. So they launch some 10 products. अब उन 10 products से क्या profitability आ रही है, उन 10 में से कौन सी 5 चीजों को चूज करके कंपनी को आगे बढ़ाना है, कौन सी 5 चीजों को हमें इन चीजों को कंटिन्यू नहीं करना है, because we are incurring huge losses of these because of these 5 products. इस चीज को मैनेजमेंट के सामने रखना, मार्केटिंग के लोगों को बताना कि ये चीज गलत हो रही है, ये सही हो रही है, ये एक फाइनेंस के बंदे का काम.
राइट. तो कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रही है कंपनी, कहाँ पैसा लगाना है, और whatever, what is the profit, how much of things have to be done internally, externally in terms of monetary measures, it all has to go through the finance department.
The finance department, yeah.
That is the main thing of so to manage accounts, to manage money, to manage
Basically,
everything.
to manage money, whether we are losing money or whether we are earning money, उसके बारे में एक सही पिक्चर बताना, टू प्लेस कंट्रोल्स कि हम पैसा लूज ना करें, ये भी एक फाइनेंस के बंदे का काम है। और लोगों को ये बताना कि ये 5 चीजें आपकी अच्छी नहीं जा रही हैं, 5 चीजें आपकी सही जा रही हैं, इसके बारे में बताना और इसके बारे में एक्शन लेना इज ऑल्सो फ्रॉम द फाइनेंस perspective.
Right. There's another follow-up question from Sagar Kumar, Chirag. Sagar Kumar says, so what are the statistical tools that you use for identifying all of these and what are the factors? Statistically, अगर हम बोले तो कौन से tools हम day to day daily basis में एक finance manager के laptop में definitely देखने वाले हैं?
So basically, there are 2-3 tools which we use very rigorously. One is the ERP system. ERP system or SAP system basically एक system होता है जहाँ पे आप अपने data को record करते हो from a financial perspective. उसके बारे में knowledge होना how these tools works. Second thing I have told previously also कि Excel is the very proficient tool which we use in our daily lives. And then there are numerous companies like Finlay is one of the example which give you data insight from your data. So उसमें data upload करके data insight लेना कि how things are going in a company. ऐसे बहुत सारे products हैं जो Finlay करता है to give an oversight to a finance guy is the another tool which we use in finance department on regular basis.
Right. Actually, finance का जो domain है वो हमारे इंडिया में फाइनेंस का जो मिथ है वो ऐसा है कि हम या तो बैंक सोचते हैं या नंबर्स दिमाग में आता है। एक्चुअली इतनी सारी जो चीजें हैं व्हिच आई एम गेटिंग टू नो फ्रॉम द अदर स्ट्रीम, आई एम आल्सो गेटिंग टू नो द ऑडियंस इज आल्सो अलार्म्ड दैट so many things actually go on in the financial section and we don't need to be very good with numbers, very good with maths, very good with calculations. We have an Excel to do that, right, Chirag?
Yeah, completely agree with you. ऐसा मतलब basically ये myth create करा हुआ है, but if you see तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। जनरली बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे भी आते हैं फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट में जो कि अकेडमिकली बहुत अच्छा नहीं कर पाते, लेकिन बिकॉज दे हैव दैट एनालिटिकल माइंड कि दे नो हाउ टू मैनेज मनी, दे ग्रो वेरी हाई इन दिस डोमेन ऑफ फाइनेंस.
Right. Thank you so much, Chirag. Moving on, we have a next winner question. Our next winner question is from Karan Singh. Karan Singh, congratulations. You can connect to our team at connect@sunstone.edu.in to claim your Amazon voucher worth rupees 500. Karan Singh says, Ankur, why and how did you choose to get into business or marketing side of things? It's a personal question. Over to you, Ankur.
Okay, so it's an interesting question, and as I told earlier, we should be clear what we want to achieve in our life. I have done my engineering in electronics from NIT Surat. When I was in engineering, I realized that I will not be great in IT side of the thing. I'll not see myself being in TCS, IBMs of the world and continue my career. So I started preparing for CAT and various competitive exams. Okay. And why did I realize this? Because I was very good at managing events, doing extracurricular activities, playing sports, and I realized organizing all those clubs, fancies and events कि यार मुझे ये अच्छा लगता है, मुझे इसमें मजा आता है, मेरे को छोटे छोटे बिजनेसेस खड़े करने में मजा आता है. एंड बिजनेस क्या होता है? आपके कॉलेज में एक इवेंट हुआ, आपने वहां पे जाके स्टॉल लगा दिया, वही एक बिजनेस है. 500 रुपए लगे, आपने 2000 रुपए कमाए, आप एंटरप्रेन्योर बन गए. That I enjoy doing that. So which I realized कि शायद मुझे इसी में जाना होगा. Which then I consulted my seniors, my elders, and then realized now, and that's why most of the people do MBA to choose their to move from one career to other career. So otherwise I would have been only in information technology. जैसे मेरा placement IBM और Atos जैसी कंपनियों में हुआ था, ठीक है, तो मैं उसी में रहता. So that's why I decided to do an MBA, because I knew that I'm good at sales, business, marketing. And then you start loving that. आपको आदत पड़ जाती है. You have to find your highs, because believe me, when you guys will do your job, it's not that great all the time. You will find your lows. Your boss will scold you. You will not achieve your targets. आप घर से ऑफिस 2 घंटे दूर रह रहे हो. There are a lot of obstacles. It's not as easy. आप तभी succeed कर पाओगे if you love that stream. So I think I love sales, business, marketing, and that's why I'm continuing to be in this segment. So that's my personal.
Right. Right. Thank you so much, Ankur. Having said that, ये तो हमने सुनी एक marketing personality जो 14, 15 years, Ankur is there in the field. But from the finance side, you've been in the industry, Chirag, for 9 years. Anmol Kalsiwal asks, why and how did you choose to get into the finance side? When was that one moment when you were like, okay, fine, this is it. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. When did that happen?
So initially when we are in school also at that point of time मैं हमेशा से यही कहता था कि नहीं यार मेरे को कुछ नहीं करना है मैं 12th के बाद पढ़ाई छोड़ दूंगा and I'll do my business और मुझे सीए तो बिल्कुल नहीं करना है because it's impossible to do CA. I was a very non-studious guy type of guy but uh, so मैंने आपको बताया कि I was part of my dad's business. So at that point of time and for 6 months after completing my school मैं उनके साथ था तो जब मैं बहुत अच्छे से उसमें इन्वॉल्व हुआ देन आई गॉट टू रियलाइज कि आई हैव अ टेंडेंसी कि मैं चीजों को बहुत अच्छे से निगोशिएट कर पाता हूँ चीजों को बहुत अच्छे से मैनेज कर पाता हूँ फ्रॉम फाइनेंशियल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू सो देयर इज लॉट ऑफ increments which I did to my dad's business at that point of time and I was graduating at that point of time. Then I've decided कि नहीं यार, let's do something in finance which will be core part of me. So at that point of time, after uh, completing 1 year or 1 year of my graduation, I decided कि I'll pursue my CA because that is what excite me. अगर मेरे को वो आप 24 घंटे भी बोलोगे करने के लिए, I can do it. If you told me to do finance work for next 24 hours, I'll do it. So it's all about your passion कि आपका क्या passion है, आप कितना अच्छे से उस चीज को कर सकते हो दैट इज व्हाट यू लुक अप टू आपको वही देखना चाहिए कि यार मेरे को फाइनेंस अच्छा लगता है मेरे को आपका पर्सनल चॉइसेस क्या है अकॉर्डिंग टू यू कैन चूज योर करियर
Right.
दैट्स व्हाट आई विल से
Right. Um, Also, one more thing, Happy Soul, that's a very interesting thing. Happy Soul पूछ रहे चिराग जी, I have completed my MBA in HR and finance. I don't know what type of questions are asked in the finance interview. Please, if you can guide me, sir, if you can give me some tips. Yes, Chirag.
So basically, they'll ask for your experiences in graduation. They'll ask for your experiences in MBA. आपने MBA में क्या पढ़ा? आपके क्या concepts हैं? आपको कौन से concepts interesting लगते थे while you are doing your MBA? Or what is you want to do in your life? Again, is the most important question everyone will ask. कि you have done HR or finance both in MBA, but एक्चुअली में आप क्या करना चाहते हो लाइफ में किस फील्ड में ग्रो होना चाहते हो क्या व्हाट आर योर पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट विल बी आस्क्ड इन अ इंटरव्यू इन कोई भी आप फ्रेशर से आप अगर फाइनेंस वाला बंदा इंटरव्यू लेगा तो ही विल आस्क ऑल दीज क्वेश्चंस सो आई थिंक इट विल totally depend on what you studied in last 4-5 years will be asked from you.
Right. Thank you so much, Chirag, for taking that up for us. Ankur, we have a very interesting question on the Zoom chat. The question says, what are the things that one should go after getting a placement to sustain its position in the company and getting higher? And what are the motivating factors if one is getting a very low placement? It's a very interesting and tricky question. Over to you, Ankur.
Okay. So and I think I understand from where this question is coming because बहुत बारी ऐसा होता है कि the placement is not as per your choice. आपको जो मिल जाता है आप ले लेते हो और उस टाइम पे फोमो इतना होता है कि यार मुझे तो चाहिए प्लेसमेंट ओके सो विच इज ओके हैंडल इट बिकॉज अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग please divide your career into 4 to 6 phases. Your career is gonna be a 40 years long. And that 1, 2, 3 years is just 5 to 7% of your long career. Okay. So if you have that long-term vision with you very clear, you will not face challenges or have a dilemma in your mind. So one thing, if you got a right placement, right company, keep on doing good. Be trustworthy, be loyal, take right decisions. बहुत बारी sales में बहुत बारी ऐसा होता है that in order to achieve your number, you do a lot of mall practices, you take shortcuts. Don't do that. Build your business on a strong foundations. Also at the same time, and we have to understand as a personality, जैसे मैं हूँ, मेरे में बहुत कमियां होंगी, ठीक है? अगर I know what are my weaknesses, if first I acknowledge those weaknesses and try to improve that. Let's say some of my team members, they are very good at sales, they are very hard taskmasters, but they have some challenges in terms of managing team. As a manager, it's my responsibility to give them feedback, and if they work on it, so that they also grow in their career. So please listen to your managers, what feedback they are giving, work on that. You will definitely, because आपका मैनेजर भी तो कभी रिटायर होगा, आपका मैनेजर भी तो कभी दूसरी कंपनी में जाएगा, तो वो जगह बचेगी. अगर आपने ये सारी चीजें अच्छे से की होंगी, तो यू विल डेफिनेटली ग्रो इनटू द सिस्टम. सेकंड, अगर आपको लो प्लेसमेंट मिला है, इससे मतलब है कि लो सैलरी मिली है, पहली बात तो आपने अगर कमिट कर दिया है, लो सैलरी है, यहां तो आप मना कर दो. हैव गट्स, टेक अ स्टैंड कि मैं नहीं जाऊंगा. बट इफ यू हैव एक्सेप्टेड, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, आपने ट्रस्ट बिल्ड करना चाहा है. आपका पहले 2-3 कंपनीज ये ऐसी जगह है जहां पे आप अपना फ्रेंड सर्कल बनाते हो, जहां पे आप एक रिलेशनशिप बनाते हो. डोंट स्टार्ट ऑन अ रॉन्ग नोट. अगर नहीं जाना तो आप मना करो. अगर जाते हो, एटलीस्ट स्टे देयर, लर्न द नुआंसेस ऑफ द बिजनेस. बिकॉज अगर आप फटाफट छोड़ोगे ना, आपको कहीं ना कहीं ये जवाब देना पड़ जाएगा, व्हाई आर यू स्विचिंग, व्हाई आर यू स्विचिंग सो कॉन्स्टेंटली. ओके, और ये पूछा जाता है कि यार आपने 6 महीने काम किया, 3 महीने काम किया, इसका मतलब आपको तो जैसे ही 5,000 10,000 रुपए ज्यादा मिलते हैं, आप निकल जाते हो. That's not a right way. But having said that, I know personal ambitions हैं, or why not? You should ask for more money. But learn that business. You think यार यहाँ पे मैं grow नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, then please switch. Lot of opportunities. ये कहना बिल्कुल सही नहीं होगा कि मार्केट में opportunities नहीं है. मार्केट में इस समय दिक्कत है, तो good skilled employees की दिक्कत है. Opportunities की कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. On that note, yes, market को अभी skilled, skilled people की जरूरत है, जिनको काम आता हो, जिनको काम सिखाने की ज्यादा जरूरत ना हो. इनफैक्ट अगर काम ना भी आता हो, तो आई थिंक अंकुर यू विल एग्री विद मी ऑन दिस, कि जिसको काम सीखने की एटलीस्ट चाहो, दैट शुड बी देयर. एब्सोल्युटली.
Obviously हर कोई सीख के तो नहीं आता ना, but do you have a right attitude to learn is the most important thing. As Chirag said, let's say Excel, let's say PPT, you will learn it, you will get it. Maths is not important, you have so many tools, but do you have a right attitude to learn it? You will succeed. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. On that note, we come towards the end of this webinar, and definitely, whether you be a marketing professional or a finance professional, as Ankur sir said, your attitude matters and how much you want to learn. And having said that, before we, go towards the closing lines, I would want Ankur sir and Chirag sir, both of you, to say one line to all the MBA aspirants in marketing, in finance, who look up to you right now and who want to, make a career in the next 14, 15, 20 years to come in finance and marketing, respectively. We'll start with Ankur sir. Yeah.
So, okay, I want to say 2-3 years or maybe 10-15 years earlier, maybe MBA was an aspiration. Now MBA has become a necessity. And because we have so many aspirants, there are so many people. So I believe sooner or later, people will do an MBA. If you can do as a continuity of your education, please take that decision now. Choose the right college, not only from the brand name. वो कहते हैं ना, हाथी के दांत दिखाने के और खाने के अलग होते हैं. Do that. It's not all about the brand name. It's about what kind of quality education, what kind of a network, which city. All these things matter. Choose your college well. Select what you want to do in your life. Talk to us. We are there, and that's what we are doing it. Talk to us. We will love to answer all the questions and help you take the right decision. Okay. And then I'm sure if you get on this path, it's a 40-year long career. You will really do great. All the best to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ankur. Yes, Chirag, over to you. Your one token of message to all the MBA aspirants in finance.
So don't fear. Just choose your field, pursue well, excel in it, and you will surely reach the end point. So basically, मेरे बॉस तो मुझे यही कहते थे कि घोड़ा कितना तेज दौड़े मैटर नहीं करता, जितना लंबा दौड़े वो मैटर करता है. तो एट द एंड ऑफ द 45-60, जब आप 45 years के 50 years के हो जाओगे, you should set a फाइनेंस हेड की तरह आप बैठे होगे किसी कंपनी में एंड कोई 45 पे बैठ जाएगा, कोई 48 पे बैठ जाएगा, बट दैट डजंट मैटर. आई थिंक चूज वेल एंड ऑल द बेस्ट.
Thank you so much, Chirag. Thank you so much, Ankur, for sharing our domain expertise. If you still have questions, don't worry. You can comment once this video is posted, and we might make a video. We will catch hold of Ankur sir, catch hold of Chirag sir, make a video, and present it to you with all your questions answered. So don't worry if you guys have. If you've missed your questions, there's no problem there. Having said that, our winners for today are Payal Malik, Karan Singh, Anshul Bansal for the question we asked in the beginning is the which is better, marketing or finance according to you. Anshul has answered marketing because marketing is not a sale of a product, it is the sale of that person who performs it. Well, very interesting answer on that note, and we are very happy that we could make you understand also the difference between marketing and sales now, if you did not know that before. Having said that, please connect to all three winners, Payal Malik, Karan Singh, Anshul Bansal. Please connect with our team at connect@sunstone.edu.in to claim your prize. Also, we are doing yet another interesting live trial class on this Thursday, 4th of March 2021. So please stay tuned for more. Also, don't forget to follow Sunstone University's social media handles for updates on webinars, amazing videos, and content that can help you build your skills and grow in your career. Thank you for joining us again. We'll see you soon with yet another interesting webinar, and very, very soon, which is 4th of March, Thursday. We will see you there. This is me, Harmeet, signing off. Thank you so much.